Hi everyone, I'm Santosh. Many of us want to speak and write English without grammatical error. English language plays an important role to get a better life. I know in many places in school or website they tell you and teach you grammar, idioms, phrase and vocabulary. But since you are facing difficulties in speaking and writing English without grammatical error, the big question of you, why I have to learn these things? You may not know how, when and where to begin. So this video is for the beginner, those who want to understand English and how English functions in the sentence. Stop wishing and start doing. Now I'm going to tell you an important fact. Most of the students in India are facing a common problem which they can memorize the answer and they can reproduce in exam. But if you ask them to write their own answer or frame the sentence on their own, they would find it difficult most probably. Do you know what is the reason behind this? The reason is for that you have to understand English is not the knowledge based subject like science or social. English is a skill based language, so you cannot memorize anything. You have to understand the concept for framing sentence on your own. Without understanding the concept, you cannot master in English. For your better understanding, let me compare English with the game cricket. Can you tell me what are all the primary important things to play cricket? First, you need to know the rules. Only if you know the rules, then you will get an idea about the game. For example, how many players will be there, how to hold the bat, bowling, fielding, etc. Once you know the rules, the second thing you have to do practice. Without practice, nothing could happen. Practice will improve the performance of the player. The amount of effort you put in the practice, it will show the performance in the playground. Now, we will compare game cricket with English. English also works in the same way. The primary thing you have to understand the rules of the English language. And the second thing, you have to practice English regularly and definitely it will improve the performance of your English language. Now, I am going to divide English into three categories: alphabets, words, sentence. For understanding English, you have to know these three important things. Alphabet forms word, word forms sentence. Let me give you an example to make it clear to you. A-P-P-L-E. Here you can see a group of alphabet put together in a proper sequence to make a meaningful word. Same rules are applicable for sentence also. For example, Santosh is a tall boy. Here, you can see a group of words put together in a proper sequence to make a meaningful sentence. Now you may have a question, why this thing is very important to understand English? Let me tell you an amazing example to make it clear to you. If you are going to build a house, what is the primary thing that you need to build it? Bricks. Bricks are very important. Bricks put together makes walls and then all the walls are arranged in a proper sequence to get a house. Now let's compare bricks with alphabet, walls with words and house with sentence. Without these three things, house cannot be built. Same way, without these three, English cannot be formed. These three things are interconnected with each other. You should not change this order also. Without finishing the first stage, you cannot go for the second stage. Now, you may have question in your mind that I know alphabet, word and sentence too. Still have a problem in making sentence without grammatical error. Let me clarify. For that, you should know how these three things works in the sentence. Now look at this mind map. Do you know how many alphabets are there in English? 26. In this, you may not have any doubt. So level 1 is clear. We will move on to level 2. Do you know how to categorize the words in English? Categorize? What do you mean by categorize the word? Yes, all the English words could be categorized by using parts of speech. Parts of speech are nothing but the parts that we used in English. To clarify this, let me give you an interesting example. If you are going to prepare biryani, what are all the ingredients is need to prepare it? Rice, chicken, spices, vegetables, etc. These are all the ingredients put together to prepare tasty biryani. Like the same way, to prepare English, you need parts of speech 9 ingredients. They are noun, pronoun, verb, adjective, adverb, preposition, conjunction, interjunction, and articles. These are the 9 parts of speech that we are going to use in English words. Like the same way, to prepare English, you need parts of speech 9 ingredients. So, if any ingredient is missing to prepare biryani, as the result, the taste of the biryani will mess up. Like the same way, if you didn't use words properly in the sentence, you would have the grammatical error in it. Even though you have all the ingredients with you, you have to know where, when, and how. Where I have to use, when I have to use, and how I have to use. Important thing is, to get a delicious biryani, you have to know the amount and level limitations of the ingredient. How much it has to be used in it. So, you have to know for 1 kg biryani, how much rice we have to use. The level of onions, spices, etc. The same way, in English also, you have to know where, when, and how. To use words in a sentence properly, as I told, all the words in English will come under this 9 parts of speech categories. I'm just giving a same example for you to understand better. Santosh is a tall boy. Santosh is a noun, is a verb, is the article, and tall is the adjective, and boy is the noun. So, like this, all the words in English will come under the 9 categories of parts of speech. By knowing this, you could able to arrange the words in a proper sequence where, when, and how to get a sentence without grammatical error. The last important thing is sentence. Do you know how many types of sentences are there in English? Yes, there are 4 types of sentence. They are declarative, exclamatory, imperative, and interrogative. All the sentence in English will come under these 4 categories. So these are all the basic primary important things that you need to know to understand English.
Tamil version of this video is available in our YouTube channel, Learn Indian English. Don't forget to give your feedback. Thank you. Have a nice day.